This is Comic Picks by the Glick.
Hey, and I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hey, Jason Glick, how's everything going?
Oh, things are good on my end, John. And yours?
Oh, not too bad. What do you got on tap for us tonight?
All right, tonight is something that it's a series I've been reading for a couple of years now. That's finally reached its end. It's called Letter 44. It's by my favorite ruthlessly competent comic writer Charles Soule and artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. Now, before I get into it, the series has a killer high concept premise. Basically, it takes place in a present day United States, where the current president, Stephen Blades, has been elected, and he's received a letter from his predecessor, President Francis Carroll, and and while you expect hey, it's he's telling that Carroll has this it's just sending him this letter of well wishes and advice about the job at hand. Well, no. The letter Carroll sends to Blades basically tells him that aliens have been discovered in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. That we have sent out a crew of scientists and astronauts scientists and military people in order to determine what their presence is here. So it's but the thing is, though, it's that as the series presents itself, Blades is very much not Obama, and Carroll is basically very much not W. But he's not W, but he's also got a lot of his dad mixed in his visual presentation. It's in family history as well. So there's that kind of playfulness right there, and it's basically Soule kind of reconfiguring the a lot of the stuff for the Bush era. It's as the wars. It's and everything as basically being means to get us prepared for a potential alien invasion and all. And it's and then also then his successor Blades having to deal with the fallout of these decisions and what to do with everything that he's inherited from this previous administration. Now, it's I've been writing about this series as the volumes have come out for a while, and and I've mentioned that it's been kind of it's been entertainingly crazy if nothing else. It's kind of colored my opinion of Soule's creative creator-owned projects as being he can be he's got I said, ruthless competence, basically looking at basically calculating what the characters when it comes to his superhero comics, he's got a good understanding of what the established versions of the characters he's writing are, and then writing stories that configure to that interpretation of those characters, be it X-Men or Swamp Thing or whatever. But considering letter 44, this is where he saves the craziness of his ideas, where he'll just throw out all sorts of really insane ideas, whether or not they're good or anything, but in order to keep you entertained. Now, I've also brought up the idea of soap opera in the in talking about letter 44 on my blog as well. Now, there's good soap opera and there's bad soap opera. Good soap opera basically does throwing out interesting plot complications at a relatively steady clip in order to keep you entertained. But these plot twists still have to be maintained within relative logic. I mean, it's in the case of letter 44, it's the bits. I mean, this opening bit can be considered good soap opera in the sense that it's hey, it turns out the reason why Carroll got us involved in these wars in the Middle East was to give us lots of battle ready soldiers when the aliens came to attack us. Okay, and he's also funneling all the money he got from these invasions into a secret secret budget to give us like lots of like cool Star Wars military tech as well. It's like, oh, but also it turns out that Carol like wasn't quite able to give up his being a president, and he's like kind of like running his own like his own like secret conspiracy in order to like ensnare European nations and Russia in order to keep getting us ready for the U.S. even as Blades tries to bring an end to the wars that Carol got us into, and it eventually leads to World War III. So yeah, that kind of craziness like it's ridiculous, but at least there's like a semblance of logic there, and that's what I think qualifies this as good soap opera. All the stuff that takes place on Earth generally qualifies in Letter 44, generally qualifies as good soap opera. Then you get to the stuff on it's like involving the scientists and military personnel like on the ship that's been sent to find out what the aliens are up to, and that shit is bad soap opera to the point where it's like, I mentioned this like my original review of this series, like it's like when we're introduced to like the cast up there and they find out that one of them is pregnant, and so like why why would you bring a kid into this situation? And yeah, it's like the story jumps through all sorts of hoops in order to justify how the people who were playing the crew of the Clark, which is the name of the ship, and it's a nice nod to Arthur Clarke, writer of the original 2001 story. But at the same time, I was like, why would you bring like a kid into the situation? I mean, just pack lots of contraceptives. I mean, sure, like people are gonna have sex up there, but bring contraceptives. God damn it, you don't need to bring a kid into the situation. And yes, the kid does eventually wind up being plot relevant in some really ridiculous ways, and especially in the post, like in the epilogue as well. But a lot of the astronauts up there just basically are basically acting on emotion, on impulses. I mean, to the point where they when they finally encounter the aliens, it's like they generally don't trust them, and they think that we've got to think about Earth first and everything. And it's like, no, it's like you've got these aliens who can annihilate you at a moment's notice, and you're doing these these screwy things behind their backs, like dissecting one of their servants in order to try and get a message back to Earth. And that's kind of like, oh man, don't do that. I mean, the only reason they're able to avoid that is because one of their crew members has been slowly turned into part alien due to a plot complication from early on in the series. These humans just really do a lot of dumb, unadvisable things. It's over the course of while they were in space and interacting with the aliens. And at one point, it's even revealed that one of the more paranoid humans has also been off his meds for a while as well, because he doesn't see the point in taking them as well. It's it's also this is Willett. He's their chief engineer, and it's a really inconsistent characterization as well, in the sense that he's established in the one of the prologue issues, reprinted in Volume 5, to be kind of one of those idiosyncratic geniuses, guy who gets shit done, even if you're not sure exactly how he does it. But and that works well in the prologue, but in the series proper, he's just kind of being presented as kind of the paranoid hothead. So it's it's ridiculous. And there's also the mysterious geologist Rowan, who is talked up a lot early on, and you never exactly find out what his issue was. I mean, he's kind of presented as something of a scumbag in his prologue story, and then you find out that apparently he may have tried to kill everyone at some point in the series, which is why he was murdered by Major Drum. And it's like, dude, it's like how could you people have not? How could the people selecting the members for the clock not have seen this like beforehand? And it's like the human, like I said, the human drama on board the Clark is more it's more often ridiculous than anything else, especially when they make the call to the aliens are going to cut and run like after they've tried to after we've helped them out. Oh no, we're going to go and burn them up. It's like one of the things we find out about the aliens that yes, they did cause the universe destroying cataclysm that everyone's now facing, but at the same time though they're trying to stop it as well. And when the humans on board the Clark find a way to save a couple 100 million years off their trip, the aliens are grateful, but it's like they also, they're also just gonna continue to keep building new structures like in future systems in order to keep eating away at this thing. And then when the humans find out that, oh wait, you're not here to save us, oh well, fuck you. It's like you're just gonna cut and run. It's like we're gonna like screw you over for that, and it's just bullshit. It's ridiculous stuff. I mean, like I said, with the all the stuff involving the humans of the Clark, basically works only if you assume that they're horrible, selfish people, and there you go. So, for the stuff on Earth, like I said, it's good soap opera. I mean, like, yeah, we get World War III started in Volume 3, but like I said, there's lots of twists and turns in there, like to keep you entertained. And those are, if not believable, or at least grounded in the logic of the story. And as I was rereading this, I realized that that Blades, he's really a great leader. I mean, very very human, who's someone who is committed to doing the right thing, even if it's the hard thing as well. And there are some moments when he at the end of Volume 3, and he realizes that he's done everything he can do, and that humanity is still screwed as a result, and he's just staring off into space, just horrified at what's going to happen next. And that's immensely relatable. And then in Volume 4, when he's given the task of determining what humans are going to survive, like this the impending cataclysm, it's like he's horrified by it, but he also steps up as well. And then as we come to the final volume, Volume 6, which is appropriately titled The End, it's like when he realizes that these people aren't going to be saved. It's like he realizes, okay, it's like humanity is dead, but we're going to face our end with our heads held high, with everyone like doing what they can in order to to make sure our end is met with dignity. I don't want to get political here, but it's kind of relative to. But a couple of months ago, I talked about the cameo of our current great president in Inuyashiki, and how it was basically exactly what I would expect from him. But in Letter 44, Blada's reaction to the impending end of humanity is what I would genuinely hope for. It's like in our president. I mean, the stuff that's what he says. Like he basically says, hey, we got to commit. Like we've got to make sure that everything, that normal service is maintained, that that the lights remain on, and people providing essential services are still doing their jobs. If they can't do their jobs, they should be shamed into doing them. And also, hey, we need to provide a constant stream of entertainment in order to get people to just like face the end calmly without things descending into chaos. And yeah, we're told about some craziness happening, but in the end, it's like it's like thing he does his best, trying to present a like an honorable, rational, like he, um head held high approach to the end. And even when he gets the hope that things are that there might be some way out of this, that that he's going to provide some. He, in the end, at the end of the story, when he finds out that hey, there may be a way out, it's like he does his best to just like calmly and rationally offer some hope to the people who are immediately available. So that's what I like. I mean, the stuff involving blood as in in the final volume and in the course of the series as a whole offers like genuine hope as well. With the the final volume, it's like it generally doesn't do a lot to change my opinion of the series. And yeah, it's like it's kind of ridiculous, kind of dumb. Is it entertaining? Yeah, I mean it's the kind of entertaining that you might like feel kind of guilty about when you think about it at the end. And also I mean like the final volume doesn't really do anything to change my opinion of how the like the Antros, the people, the crew, the Clark are just genuinely horrible beings. So there you go. But also there's I also kind of wonder just like like how like whether or not like Soul's approach to the material was like all that credible as well. I mean, while he acknowledges that like the aliens are trying to like fix their mistake, the like the actions in the text basically have everyone acknowledging them as being like villains. It's like, and it's like, okay, yes, they screwed up, and a good portion of the universe is fucked over as a result, but they're still trying to fix it. And the people in the series just can't realize that. I mean, even at the post prologue, when they acknowledge that the one surviving alien is trying to go out and save what's left of the universe, and it takes like several humans go along with him as well. It's like that's treated as being like as not an honorable thing, but as a cultish thing. It's like, man, it's really messed up right there. So on one hand, it's like, yeah, it's like Letter 44 is entertaining, like in a kind of reptile brain, like don't think too hard about it, way, but also it's like I kind of wonder, it's like it's like just how much of Soul's intention, it's like was really all that good in the first place. So I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where it's like if the series is made into a TV series or a series of movies, now this would be better as a TV series. I can see lots of ways to improve on it. In its current 6-volume form, I don't know. It's like I don't regret buying this, but I will acknowledge that there's it's like it definitely has lots of problems. It's like I said, it's got there's plenty of good soap opera, and there's bad soap opera as well. And I'd like to end this by saying like the good soap opera outweighs the bad, but they're honestly really kind of even. So I don't know, flip a coin. It's like if you come across volume 1 like at a good nice sale somewhere, like say WonderCon this weekend, then give it a shot. It's like otherwise, It's like it's like there's plenty of other fish in the sea. So John, any random thoughts from your end about all this?
So that doesn't really sound like a recommend at all to me.
Like I said, man, flip a coin.
Yeah. So that sounds like a choose at your own risk thing.
Yes.
If it's on sale, the risk might be less.
Very much so.
All right, you know what you're going to talk about next time.
Okay, well, assuming we things align properly, my good friend Steve will be back to talk about Genshiken second season. like in 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, and we'll catch you next time on Comic Picks by the Glick.
Right, laters.
Bye.